Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to What's Next for Canva Developers. So far, you've seen what's possible on the platform and how to build an app. But what does the future hold for the program and the community? In this session, we'll take a look at the exciting new features of the Canva Developer Platform. My name's Elliot Darling, the Product Manager for the Canva Developer Experience. That includes all of the tools, guides, and processes that help you get your apps released.
I'm Glenn Butler, Product Manager, focused on building the APIs that you can use to build apps that live in Canva.
And I'm Sarah Carrigan, Product Manager for our Connect APIs, which you'll very soon be able to use to connect Canva with any other tool to sync designs, assets, comments, and more.
Which come together to make up our Canva Developer Platform. Now, I've got an exciting agenda today. First up, I'll take you through the exciting enhancements to the developer experience. Glenn is going to take you through the Apps SDK roadmap. And Sarah is going to take you through the Connect API roadmap. To wrap up, we've got some time set aside for questions and answers. One of my favorite things about building a software platform is that you can build tools once and allow all the developers in this room to leverage them. It's these tools that I'm super excited to be talking about today. In particular, I'll be touching on the tools we're building to reduce app development effort, enable collaboration, and ways will help your app grow. Now, we've all got a long backlog of features we want to deliver, and we at Canva want to make sure that building high-quality user interfaces don't slow you down. That's why we've built an App UI kit and are working on app templates. So the App UI kit is a collection of pre-built React components from Canva's design system. They work flawlessly in the side panel. They've got accessibility, localization, and usability built in, all things you no longer have to spend time on. The UI kit currently has the basics needed to build an app, and we'll be expanding this to include more components, covering more workflows with better performance for an overall more seamless app experience. Going even further to kickstart building apps, we're working on something we call app templates. Now, app templates take a common use case and provide a turnkey solution, including the UI, the UX, and a mock backend integration. If you're wanting to get your app to market ASAP, app templates are the way to go. All you need to do is swap out the back end for yours, and optionally, you can make some UI tweaks to suit your app and branding. We're working on an app template to help enable users to explore content in an app. As you can see, it's got thumbnails, a file structure, filtering, and the ability to select items and bring them into Canva using one of our APIs. And there'll be a template to help users with task management, or anytime the users really need to see something side by side, such as their to-do list next to the content they're creating in Canva. Great for any situations where you want to keep the user's design workflow in a single screen. And one to help with product listings. So this template really helps with any use case where more structured data is needed to be shown and then brought into Canva, such as this real estate example where they're bringing in details about houses to create a real estate listing. We know it often takes more than an individual to build an app. That's why we have some enhancements coming to help your team collaborate in getting your apps to market. We've got multi-user support coming to the developer portal, making it easier to collaborate when building your apps, and when you need to launch them, bringing your marketing team in to create your app listings. Alongside this, we'll be introducing an app manifest as a way for you to keep your app configuration as code rather than a series of forms. The app manifest makes it easier to version your app, save it to source control, share it with others, as well as a super quick and easy way to see all of your app settings in one place. Of course, getting your app built and launched is only the beginning. The next step is growing your app and user base. Now, we all want to see your app usage go up and to the right. A key aspect to achieving this is understanding just what's going on. This is exactly why we're building out the analytics capabilities of the Canva platform. We'll give you insights into how many people are viewing your listing, installing your app, using it, and more. So these insights into your onboarding funnel will help you understand where best to put your efforts, whether that's tweaking your listing, your onboarding flow, or adding more functionality to your app. Now, all these users coming through your funnel are from all around the globe. The Canva community of 135 million, spread across 190 countries, speaks over 100 languages. Something we found that really added fuel to Canva's growth journey was having a great localization. We learned that high-quality human translations were one of the key ingredients for this great localization experience. Getting high-quality app translations isn't easy though, which is why I'm extremely excited to announce that Canva will be providing translation services for Canva apps. For the majority of developers, we'll cover the cost of translating your app into key languages. Yes, that's right, free app translations into key languages to help you go global. That's it from me. More growth, better visibility, and less development effort. That's the focus for the Canva developer experience. Now over to Glenn to run through the expanding Canva Apps SDK functionality.
So now we've heard about all the great improvements we're making to the developer experience, but what improvements are we going to be making to the Apps SDK itself? Super excited to talk about this, by the way, because I've been G'ing everyone up today and hearing lots of your requests. So I'm excited to maybe unveil a couple now, so strap yourself in. I'm going to talk about all the new APIs we're going to be adding, which will help you to build even more exciting apps for users. But first, let's take a look back at how we got here. We started by building the APIs needed to enable apps that could bring content in and enhance the design experience for Canva users. We made sure that apps could add the most used and loved types of elements to designs using the Design API. We built an authentication API that lets Canva users log into your platform from within the editor. And we built the Asset API to let apps upload media from outside of Canva and into a user's content library. These APIs are really just the foundation of the platform, and even still, we've seen some truly great apps launched to our users already. Like the AI Presenters app by DID, this app uses Fetch with our Asset and Authentication APIs to allow users to create realistic talking avatars. Or the Issue app that uses these same APIs, plus our recently launched Export API to create, edit, and publish flipbooks and articles. But of course, this is just the beginning. We want apps to do more. Apps that can support a user every step of the way, no matter what they're trying to design in Canva. So now, I'll be taking you through the apps that we're adding to the Canva Apps SDK, and most importantly, how you'll be able to use them to build apps that our users love. Up until now, Canva apps have always operated exclusively in our side panel. They could retrieve and surface content here, but they haven't ever had visibility of actually what's happening on the design. Now, apps will be even more integrated with the editing experience, and most importantly, be able to read and update content that is already within the design. Our newly launched Selection API lets apps read any image element that a user has selected. You can take that image right from the design and edit it in any way you like. In this example, our AI is being used to turn our astronaut to the front to say good day. There we go. And you can replace the image right where it was in the design. No need for the user to manually pull the image in from the side panel. And coming soon, you'll even be able to read a user interaction within the image elements and make updates to that image depending on the interaction. So you can build AI photo editing features like in-painting, out-painting, erasing, as well as provide effects and brushes. To demonstrate how you can bring all of these APIs to life, let's look at a real-life use case with a real-life user. This is Maria. Maria is a marketer, and she's working on an exciting launch event. To make sure the event goes smoothly, she needs to create invitations, send them out, and then report to her colleagues about the campaign. Let's see how the Selection API can improve Maria's workflow. Okay, first up, Maria needs to create the invitations for her event. Starting with a template, and now with the Selection API, Maria can simply select the image on the template and replace it with the image she needs from an app. It's as easy as that. Though, images aren't the only ingredients that Maria is using. Fortunately, our Selection API also works with text. Like images, your app can read a selected text element, update it, and replace it right there in the design. So you can build an app that does things like rephrasing copy, updating the tone of voice, enhancing a user's storytelling, or even do translations. We're also going to be looking at how we can support users with their writing as it happens. So you can provide suggestions along the way, whether you are live spell checking or rephrasing. Okay, it looks like Maria's invitation might need some new life. Maria can select the text, choose an app, choose her tone, and replace the text to make her invitations way more exciting. So far, I've talked about how apps will be able to read one selected text or image element at a time, but soon we'll also allow apps to read multiple elements on the design at the same time. With multiple inputs, your apps will truly be able to create anything. Maria's invitations were great, but it looks like the theme of the event's changed. Lucky for Maria, she doesn't need to start from scratch. Maria selects a group of elements on her invitations, and now that apps can read them all at once, the app can do all the work for her and generate an entirely new theme. All right, so we've made it easy for apps to fetch media from outside of Canva, and we've made it easier to update designs using apps. So how are we going to make apps even more productive for our users? We know that design automation is the future. So we're going to cut out manual steps for users and make them more productive by enabling apps to add pre-filled pages to designs. And we've just launched the Export API, so now users can publish their completed designs directly to your platforms too. saving them from switching between tools and manually uploading files. They could override a design in a cloud storage platform or attach a design to a workflow task. We're going to leave that part up to you. Let's take a look at how this can help Maria be more productive. Maria no longer has to fiddle around with a spreadsheet of invite recipients anymore. Instead, she can look at the recipients from within Canva, select who she needs, and send out the invitations directly. Earlier in the day, we heard about how important it is to make sure that the right user sees the right app at just the right time. That means surfacing apps in the right part of Canva, but also making apps more compatible with the features our users know and love. Soon, we'll be adding support for the apps into the new Canva photo editor that was just launched in March of this year. And we'll be making apps fully compatible with our native data visualizations too. So users can take any data from your app and combine it with the power of Canva to create truly beautiful charts and graphs. Now the invitations have all been sent out and Maria's event is looming. Here, Maria is reporting on the campaign to her colleagues. Now that apps are compatible with data visualizations, she can create a chart using data from her CRM app to easily show a summary of the current RSVPs. Okay, so to recap, we have so many huge updates coming to the Canva Apps SDK. APIs you can use today, like the Export API or the Selection API. Coming soon, we'll be unlocking image editing features, adding more pages to designs, making your apps more compatible with the photo editor and data visualizations, and a little later on, live text editing and reading multiple elements at once. And of course, all of this focused on making your apps more powerful with every release. Not to mention, of course, loads of improvements to the APIs we've already launched as well. Now Maria has all the apps she needs to get the job done in Canva and be more productive. Over to Sarah to talk about how the Connect API is going to improve productivity even more.
Okay, so Glyn's talked about how we're going to enable all types of apps with new APIs over the next few months. But apps are not going to be the only option for developers looking to build on the Canva Developer Platform. We are very excited to have announced in our keynote this morning that later this year we'll have an entirely new way to build solutions for Canva users and their teammates. To understand the why, let's take another look at our designer Maria. Like most of us, Maria doesn't work alone. She works every day with a whole team of people who have all kinds of different jobs. And like most Canva teams, Maria and her colleagues aren't just designing in Canva all day. They're busy getting through a never-ending list of activities, like planning their event calendar, writing design briefs, meeting with customers, sending emails, getting approvals, the list goes on. And Canva is just one in a suite of important tools that teams like Maria's need to use every single day to connect all these dots and get the job done. We know that organizations typically maintain over 125 SaaS apps, and the average worker can switch between apps up to 1,200 times per day. So the more seamlessly Canva can work with all these other tools, the more productive a Canva team can be. That's why we're introducing our Connect APIs, which is Canva's suite of public REST APIs that will let you connect Canva to any other platform to sync designs, comments, assets, and more, to streamline and automate workflows for Canva users and their teams. Whether that's public connections that you build for all 135 million Canva users, or custom connections that you've built for a specific Canva team. And we're starting by providing APIs that can simplify 4 of the key workflows of a typical Canva team. First up, we have APIs to push assets from any tool directly into Canva. Many Canva designs start with a specific image or video, and with our APIs, you'll be able to build a connection to programmatically push this content directly into Canva folders from any platform to get users designing as quickly as possible. That means you can connect Canva to an asset management system and upload an entire asset library and keep it up to date at all times. Or maybe your user just has a single asset on your platform that they need to update, and they want to take it straight over into the Canva editor with a single click. So for Maria, her brand team who take photos of all their events, these APIs mean they'll be able to connect the system where their photos are stored to Canva. And the very next day, all the event photos will have been automatically pushed to Maria's Canva folders, so she can jump straight into designing her event recap social posts. Next up, we have APIs for publishing Canva designs from your platform. And I have spoken to a few people who are interested in these today. So design happens in Canva, but Canva designs end up everywhere, on shared drives, social media platforms, websites, even billboards. No more downloading finished designs and then uploading them to your platform. With our APIs, your users can access and publish their Canva designs right from where they are. So you can bring a user's design library to your tool so they can choose the ones they're ready to publish in the file type they need. Plus, we'll have webhooks so you can stay notified about updates to the design, making sure the most up-to-date version is always published on your site. Or maybe a user is just looking to grab a link to one of their designs to share with others on your platform. They can do that too, and they can even update the share settings for the design right from where they are, so that everyone who needs access can see it. So for Maria's web team, these APIs will make it easier than ever to post about upcoming events to their website. As soon as Maria has finished work on the creative for a new event, their CMS can automatically pull that final design straight from Canva and publish it to their site. Thirdly, we are also enabling APIs for collaboration on designs. Because design is very rarely a one-person job, designs can go through several rounds of iteration and review from a whole range of stakeholders before they're ready to publish. And Connect will make it easy to plug your tool directly into this collaboration process. By letting users receive and respond to design comments or approval requests right from your platform, and keeping them up to date on the status of Canva design work there as well. So Maria's project team will be able to connect Canva to their task management tool. Design tasks assigned there will be visible to Maria in Canva, and the status of her design work will be available to her whole team where they need to see it as well. And finally, a little bit further down the line, we'll also be making it possible to create designs programmatically as well. Your users can take content from your platform, whether that's text, images, video, or data, and insert them directly into a Canva design. And it will all happen behind the scenes with no manual effort from users. So users can combine the power of Canva with your inputs to create beautiful designs via our Connect APIs. So maybe your user has already created a product listing in Canva, and now they're working on your product inventory system. They can take the template that they've created in Canva and the data from your system and generate a new product listing right where they are. In this example, our user's just creating one, but they could also generate the product listings for all these products in one go as well. Or we can take it even a step further. We'll have APIs that can take the input from your platform and create that final design for them with no template necessary, using the power of AI and Canva's magic design feature. So for Maria's colleagues in the sales team, they're sending out registration forms for an upcoming event. And as customers are registering their interest, that information is captured in the team's CRM system, and a personalized invitation that uses Maria's Canva design will be automatically generated and sent out to each customer. Okay, so that's all for the Connect API. We're going to have APIs for creating and managing assets, sharing and publishing designs, design collaboration, and design creation that you'll be able to use to connect your platform to Canva to speed up and automate workflows for Canva teams like Maria's. So our Connect APIs are still in development, but you can join the waitlist to get early access by going to the website up here. Or please feel free to come and chat with me or anyone from the Canva team as well. I'd love to hear about your use case. And that is a wrap on our What's Next for Developers session.
Covered a heap of ground here, including how we're going to make it easier to build on the Canva platform,
the types of apps we're going to unlock through all of our upcoming app APIs,
and how we're going to make it easy to connect any system to Canva with our Connect APIs. We are very excited about everything we've shared with you here today, and we can't wait to get it into the hands of our Canva developer community as soon as possible.